Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Friday SitRep. As you can tell, we have a heck of an episode planned for you. We're going to dive into these awesome new pre-orders that are available along with our new releases. But first things first, let's start with the item that probably at this very minute is flying off of the shelves online. Shelves?
Shelves.
Online
digital shelves.
The digital shelves of Brickmania.com. Anyways, It's the Special Forces ATVs.
Look at this cool delta formation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Is that what it is?
No.
It's like they all back
Guys,
together.
form up!
Anyway, so these are available as a bundle or as standalone, but either way, the limit is one of each. But they are super, super awesome. France, Germany, Russia, various special forces combined with their ATVs. No stickers, fully printed, some awesome minifigs.
Yeah.
Talk more.
I think initially it was like, hey, let's mix some ATVs with the special forces. Seemed like a simple task. Mm-hmm. It quickly snowballed with really awesome results, so I'm not upset about that. But what kind of initially turned into like some simple special forces turned into 3, and then all the ATVs are custom. But overall, it's pretty impressive. It's a nice. I think it encapsulates what each country's top tier special forces would be. Do you want me to go over these one by one, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll jump into the figures. So first things first, this was a collaborative effort from 3 various designers from all over the world, and then obviously here Team Brickmania to be able to get them all produced. But a cool joint effort and something that, like we've been saying all week long, due to the parts availability, we're not necessarily going to be able to bring back, or at least we don't project that we'll be able to bring it back. So this is when it is available, and that is pretty much it. So make sure you get your hands on the full collection, and then go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, we'll start up with ASAP Animation. Andreas, we've had him on here before. This is his model. So this is a French, I think COS is their abbreviation for their special forces. Mm-hmm. And again, decked out in, it's not like a camo scheme, but it's cool seeing a more subdued uniform. And then the ATV has some cool kind of mud splatter going on there. I think Slam put the artwork together for that one. I don't know as much about the ATVs and the weaponry for that, so you might have to get Slamming on for that one. But minifigure, I do know about. We have this. I like the contrast on that fast helmet, and overall, it's interesting seeing this subdued kind of gray color, and then some more arid environment, plate carrier. It's just a nice contrast. He's wearing that Shimag, that tactical scarf, and then we're doing kind of an industry first 360 wraparound. That's a nice snug fit. 360 wraparound on that Shimag on the head, so that wraps completely around the head and underneath that harness for that fast helmet. And then, as you can see on the back and on the front, the scarf also continues down onto the artwork on top of the plate carrier. Simple plate carriers across all 3 of these guys, again, special forces on a vehicle. They're probably traveling pretty light, keeping their equipment either on the ATV or, keeping it light. Some other interesting features. Yeah, the pistol holster on the sides, some knee pads. It's a subtle revamp of some earlier artwork, so I'm excited to see where these are going. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Which one next?
Germany.
Okay, ATV first. Let's get the shot with the guy there. This might be a first for Brickmania, but we got a minifigure with a nose.
Oh yes. The online controversy.
It is. It was funny going through all the source imagery for these. This is the German KSK, and it does seem like maybe half the time they're kind of got their nose sticking out. I thought it was an interesting detail. Whatever. I'm not trying to take away from the coolness of the figure. Overall, it's awesome. Let's look at that. We got the brand new multi-tarn. And so props to Minifig Labors, the guy who's designing this kit, and he helped me with a ton of kind of the research and back and forth feedback. So he was super helpful, pointed out, hey, let's get this brand new multi-tarn camo. A little bit harder actually to find some source pictures because it is so new.
Cool.
Previously they would have been using it's like Flecktarn Arid version.
Sure.
But now they have this brand new variant here.
Man, I love that the fully printed fast helmet, etc. That's a lot of cool stuff to see. That flag on the back there adds a nice little piece of color. So
again, full 360 printed harness on this a simple balaclava. Got the nose sticking out for high-speed airflow, optimal. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We got the
nose is on a minifig. What will he do next?
What is the world ready for this? No, Lego's done that before. We have the plate carrier, and that's in there's some legacy camo going on there. You have some old Flecktarn, which you still see that being used with the German Special Forces.
Sure.
So that the back pouches and then the ammo pouches on the front are featuring that Flecktarn on top of kind of I don't know if it's a stone gray. There's a specific gray that I've seen them use for some of their equipment. That kind of, it matches that the older Flecktarn camo color a little bit better, but it is seeing that a nice mix with that multi-tarn camo mixed together with that. And then on the ATV, it's interesting. They actually, this is their current rifle. I do not remember the name of it off the top of my head.
MG3.
It's the MG3. Okay, but it's super similar to the original like MG34, MG42. They're visually very similar. So there's some more openings on the front, I guess, for improved airflow. But so we have this perfect caliber placeholder. I think Slam did some printing on that.
Very cool.
Again, subtle printing on that. But yeah, overall the ATV's got some more printing going on. And then finally we have the Russian. This is
the
Russian SSO. They're special forces as well. A lot of different, in real life, Russia has so many different camouflage patterns that they're using.
Sure.
Like locally produced stuff, local, their own variants of existing camos. In this case, we have multicam, and this would be more of a sun-faded representation than what I've done in the past. So I've toned down the colors. We're printing it on tan, which I've done a little bit in the past with okay results. I think I've dialed it in with we've dialed it in with this this new multicam color here. It's more salty looking, and I think it works just fine on this tan. Again, another simple plate carrier, balaclava 360. He's got just sort of like a simple camouflage pattern on that balaclava, and yeah, you have the combat shirt, combat pants with you have elbow pads on this one, so that's kind of some updated artwork there as well, and then knee pads on the front. I think that wraps up the figure.
There you have it.
Yeah. They're all similar enough. Just like in real life, these special forces, these top tier special forces, they're kind of, I think they are kind of watching what each other's doing and
makes sense.
What's working for one, maybe you'll see it across other countries. But yeah, it's interesting to see commonalities and the unique differences between the different countries. This was a lot of fun, I would say, to work with people from all over the world to make this happen.
Very, very, very cool project. And if you've reached this point in the video, odds are there are none left anymore. So hopefully picked your bundle up, and we'll let you guys know if for some reason we're able to restock them. But at this point, we are not planning to do so. So all right, there you have it. That is the ATV Special Forces bundle. Let's move on from there though, because we have some awesome pre-orders to look over. This is the LCM. This is the LCA. But for a little bit more on these, let's kick things over to the design room and hear a little bit more from our project managers. All right, so we're checking in at the desk of Mary Wilson once again, taking a look at the LCA. This is a joint project with Mary and Andrea. So tell me a little bit more about this model here. I'm loving the colors right off the bat.
Yeah, really great to get to test build something that's not in dark bluish gray.
Yeah, right. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, love the blue. Yeah, we're gonna get some really great prints on this. We're gonna have some cross-element printing on either side, like big red LCA and number on the side, both sides, and also on the back, cross-element printing there. We also are going to have just like some other various details like this. Oops, sorry, minifig.
Sorry, Test Ninja. That's how the job is.
We're getting stitching printed on this, as well as like some hatch details there. This also is coming with 2 minifigures. We have the coxswain and also a gunner, and all of these like little details like our functional little hatches and doors, unless I rip them off. Also back here, so this works, but also I'm going to take this off because the engine hatch. Just get in there. This whole thing should come off nicely if I'm gentle with it. But basically we've got some nice detailed engine work in there.
Oh, cool.
Here we go.
Oh, nice. Wow, look at that.
It came off. Okay, there. Yeah, so those are some really nice details that he added.
Very, very cool. Yeah, that's that'll make the build much more satisfying when you're building it together. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's kind of fun. We originally were gonna have a minifig in there too, but it'd be a little bit cramped and you wouldn't get to see him. So we just stayed with the two crewmen. But yeah, I think this is one of my favorite parts, especially in the recent builds. Like, people have had time to like get those little details in there.
Yeah.
All the opening hatches, like all the engines mostly.
Well, and it adds a lot to the versatility of the model, whether you're, maybe you want to do a construction mock, maybe you want to do, pre-D-Day where they're getting everything ready. You never know what people have in mind. So that is definitely a really cool feature. And like we were saying too, it's ready to be loaded up with this month's minifigure of the month. So you'll have plenty of space to add your landing troops.
I really wanted to, but I haven't yet counted how many minifigs like actually fit.
Okay.
I was trying to get a crew of ninjas to like try to fill it up and get a picture of it, but I have not had time to do that yet. But hopefully I will soon.
Fair enough.
I want to see it fully loaded.
It definitely looks like it's begging to be loaded with infantry. So very, very cool. That is the LCA kit, now available on pre-order. Mary, as always, thanks for checking in. All right, so once again, we are checking in with Dan Siskin, taking a look at John Canepa's LCM3. Boy, this is a beautifully colored model, and like we were just saying before we started filming this, it's scheduled for a ton of awesome printed details.
Yes, it is. Printing, I mean, it has function as printing. There's different ways you can set it up. So right now, as you see it, it's the whole entire hull. So you've got the below the waterline. There's a couple pieces missing still. This is still the prototype. The printing's not on here.
Indeed.
But this lower hull, I don't know if you knew this. That lower
Split
hull
it into the waterline. So yes.
You can make your diagram. Oh, I got to take these. You got to take these 6 bricks off. When you're doing it. But.
It's a pretty dang easy split, though, considering how complicated the model looks from a distance.
So I mean, that's how it looks. Whoop, presto.
Right.
We've got our D-Day diorama. So we put that in our water.
And it looks great sitting next to the LCA.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So it does have the ramp that goes down, so it's fully functional. We can demonstrate this. Say we're driving a tank off. Speaking of tank, I got this cool little patent Sherman that we're working on. So just to demonstrate that it fits. So it's since this is British, it's actually meant we had this in mind that the Cromwell and the Firefly would be in here, but this is a Sherman that's coming down the pipeline. It's
Look how well that fits.
Yeah, it works great. It comes right out. You do have a little bit of play here that you got to deal with. That's all good in the hood. So, all the stuff that you're seeing here, cool part about it is most of all the little containers will all be fully printed.
Sweet.
So you'll have a multitude of printed crates. You'll have 3 dedicated crewmen. I think it's 3. Maybe there's even 4 crewmen.
Okay.
And let's see. We can pull. There's a guy inside the wheelhouse here. See if I can get this thing to come off with the guy standing in front of it blocking it. Woo!
Boy, I just love the color schemes.
You got a wheelhouse here. These guys will not be this color in the
standard test ninjas.
Yeah. So we do have the wheelhouse, which I accidentally yanked off its foundation. This is actually fully detailed in there too. So we'll have all sorts of crates and containers and whatnot inside of there.
So playable.
The flag will be printed. All the tops of these barrels. These are 50 caliber ammo bins.
Okay.
We're making them for this. They were also been used in I think the B-24 has them inside as well. So.
Cool.
And 50 caliber machine guns. LCM3. This is an American actual landing craft.
Oh, interesting.
So it's designed in the U.S., but it was used by the British. I mean, it was Lend-Lease. These things, they were building up to Normandy, so they were sending them everywhere.
Needed them all over.
Right. So this is in British markings, but it's definitely American landing craft.
Okay.
So you have the 50 calibers on it. All these crates, these will all be fully printed.
That's going to be so
There's a whole multitude.
awesome.
You're only seeing 2 here. I think these are just the stand-ins for the test build, but there'll be a significant amount more when this whole thing is done. So lots of cool little printing. Because the schedule this week is so hectic, we're only making 50 of these.
Okay.
Same with the LCA. I believe it's only 50 the first batch, just because we have so much stuff that we want to have come out and this Overlord bricks redo. So we're doing the whole theme is Overlord bricks, but this year it's focusing on the British, which we've never really done. So
definitely cool to round out that inventory.
Oh, these will all be printed too. The little life wrap,
Sure.
life preserver things. Yeah.
Man, make sure you go check out the website, take a closer look at those renders for an idea of what the final product would look like. But at least
Absolutely.
now you get a rundown of the prototype, the LCM3 designed by John Canepa, now available on pre-order on Brickmania.com. Dan, thanks for checking in.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, well done, John Canepa. This thing looks absolutely phenomenal. Love the colors, like we were talking about. I mean, how often do you get a blue, white, red, gray Ninja piloted model?
I mean, the Ninjas might be sold separately, not available. Who knows?
Test Ninjas, they work here. We can't give them up.
It actually does look kind of nice with this model. Anyways, it has nothing to do with the model.
Right.
Yes, the color scheme is really cool.
Tons of printing on this bad boy. I mean, tons and tons of printed details. So a lot to look forward to when it comes to the customization in the final product. Pretty cool play feature on the side there. Let it come around again. Now twist that little gray knob there, and you can
Ooh.
drop the front gate.
Oh, it does it.
right?
It just does it. That's
Isn't that
actually
sweet?
really cool. Okay.
So that's nice and hidden.
I couldn't do it fast enough. Okay. There
Sorry,
we
they're
go.
seeing it in motion. Yeah.
That worked very easily. I was like, really, Dylan? You're going to put me on the spot? It's going to like, what if it doesn't work? It worked. That was nice.
Because it's a well-designed build model.
Even
That's
the
why it
well-designed
worked.
models, it's still Lego. There's some
True.
limitations, so nice job.
Yeah,
That worked
this
out
is going to
well.
be a really, really sweet looking kit when it's all complete. It's huge,
Yeah.
big enough to fit your Fireflies. So the continuation
ATV.
of Overlord bricks. Yeah, actually that was the British's big contribution on D-Day.
One ATV.
Was one German Special Forces ATV.
You're not helping.
Yeah, right. What are you doing, Hans? That is wrong. No, never mind. Stop. Gosh. Stop. You're bothering me. All right, let's
Making
move on.
light of this.
Let's move on to the LCA, the slightly smaller version.
What do I even do? Okay.
So this integrates
This
very,
little
very
like
nicely with
bottom
our.
stand there, built into the model.
Oh, it does split too, like we were showing off the
there's a
the
water
water line. Really, really nicely.
Whoa.
Pop some of those bricks off. Set them next to each other. Boom! Operation Overlord.
So these are both waterline models here then, right now.
Well, this
in
is
this
included.
configuration.
You get this, but yes, correct.
Yes, the big model gets the display, the mantle piece. Yes, that's nice to show that size comparison.
Yeah. Very, very cool. So yeah, like I was saying, that is the LCA, the little bit smaller one, and that one goes with our minifig of the month. So that is the troop landing craft.
So this
Once
thing-
again, cool to see the colors.
Yeah.
Always excited to be able to break in some stuff that isn't just dark bluish gray.
Right.
So excited to see that, historically accurate. Little shelf to have your minifigs hide under, etc.
Yes.
Cool looking kit. Let's move on to the minifig
Sure.
though, that is set to go with them.
Again, we have had British soldiers released in the past. It's a continual refining of some artwork, simplifying some details, adding some more where it's appropriate.
Sure.
This is the standard British D-Day infantry in a pretty light configuration. When they're coming on right directly off the boat onto the beach, they might have a little bit more gear, more supplies. So this would be maybe shortly after landing on the beach, actually seeing some combat.
Or pick up a backpack. You
Right.
know, you can outfit your
Yes,
troops with that.
and then you could also include, if you wanted to have the gas mask bag, the Lego satchel. There's like a little messenger bag in tan that works really well for that as well.
Cool.
But so this is a kind of a common configuration. You got the battle dress uniform with that simulated wool texture, kind of for a nice smart look to that. Pattern 37 web gear all over it, and that's in that Blanco number 7 green, I think it is. So a lot of times you'll see models or reenactors with their web gear in like this bright tan color. You'll see that all over the place. Yeah, that stuff does come in that color from the factory, and there are times, like maybe in the desert, where you would have it but they had a special dyeing method. It's like a soap that also has a dye in it that they would use to clean it in the field and to dye it to this color. So this is a historically accurate color, which often gets overlooked. I even did it when I was first making these British minifigures,
Sure.
back when I first started. Seeing this gear from back in the day. Well, it's been cleaned or sun faded or something like that. But this is probably this is a good approximation of the color that it actually would have been on D-Day.
What a cool piece of
Moving- yeah,
information.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, I've kind of gone over that before in the past here and there, but it's always good to kind of restate that it's like British gear. Their web gear was green in combat. So now this is what we're seeing, how it would look. Moving up, we have the officially licensed from Brick Arms Brody helmet. This is a netted Brody helmet that we are 3D printing in-house.
And we can hardly make enough to make sure that the minifigures of the month all have their printed Brody helmets. So no, we cannot sell them standalone at this time, but
At this time, we're working on it. We're working on it. Got a lot of, there's some side things behind the scenes. We're trying to get more 3D printers and maybe some other manufacturing techniques. We're working on it.
there's still going to be comments. There's still going to be people being like, when are you going to sell the Brody helmet standalone?
Someday we will.
We're trying.
Yeah, but it's debuting here. Again, we do want to sell these standalone, but it's actually these figures and even the kits. That is what helps fund the development costs for these custom, brand new 3D printed elements. So we actually will be able to get them to you faster if we start them in a kit or on a figure. So just hold on, we'll get to it. We'll get to it even faster by doing it this way.
And you can't blame people for being excited about it
Yeah.
because it does look absolutely excellent.
Yeah,
it
yeah. I
looks
mean, I
phenomenal.
get it. I totally get the excitement. I want a whole bunch of them, but yes.
Maybe some randos.
Yeah,
That's
I'll-
usually where the test batches go.
The test print stuff, if we're like working on the sizing of the netting or maybe coloration, those end up in the randos. Small quantities. It's not like we're not like.
Oh, it's literally
holding
like
out
a
on
little
you,
cup.
yeah.
I mean, it's a little cup of them. Yeah, right.
So someday.
Someday.
I'm excited with the potentials of this. Yeah.
Yeah, looks really, really good. Minifigure of the month, Overlord Bricks. June is finally here. Which, speaking of, some of you may have already noticed, we have a calendar up.
Cool calendar. There's a cool poster in the back.
Yep, you can download it online, or they'll be sent out with select orders. The select orders being the ones big enough to fit it in there. So there you have
Poster
it.
or a calendar.
It's a poster or a calendar or a poster calendar.
It's
it
a
lets you
calendar
know.
for 1 month, and then it's a poster for the rest of the year,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yes.
Collect them all, the whole set. We'll be releasing them each month. But,
Nice.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Let's move on to the Modern Chinese Tanker.
Oh, yeah.
Because we do have one more release before getting to the new releases.
Modern Chinese Tanker. I'm loving the digital camera. I think digital camo on this guy. I think they have a new one by now, actually, but this still appears to be fielded today.
Serious.
Very serious looking guy as it comes around. You see them in these like really ominous looking sunglasses with some furrowed eyebrows of intensity. Sunglasses have some gloss printed on them for that extra sheen to it, and then like a simulated gradient that maybe it's like polarized or whatever. But
Or
wearing
if
it,
Lego ever like re-releases their baseball player, they should take a couple of tips from you in the print team when it comes to getting those glasses right,
print
because they
team
look awesome.
is letting us really bring home how awesome sunglasses are.
Yeah.
They're making them just shiny. They're making them got cool gradients. It's been fun playing around with the sunglasses.
Very cool.
I gotta say, 3D printed Soviet tanker helmet. The Chinese, I think they have their own version, but it's almost identical to the Soviets. So this is what we have as a stand-in here. Other than that, combat boots and a pistol belt, and that wraps up the Chinese tanker, modern tanker.
So there you go. That is everything that is newly released this week. We also have a couple of kits that are getting ready to ship, including the Valor. Set this thing up.
Why'd
on
you
its-
say it like
on its
that?
pedest- The Valor?
Don't say it
Oh,
again.
Yeah, now it's bothering me.
What? No.
Ready to ship.
Quite the kit.
Looking good. A lot of printing on the interior, actually. I'm excited for the designer studio on this one because we'll take a little bit closer look inside. Does come with 2 test pilots.
Are they in there? They're not in there. So you're holding that on me, Dylan. They're in your pocket. No, they're in my pocket. It's fine. Just
Well,
kidding.
it comes with them. Anyways,
It does. It does
It's ready
come
to
with
ship
the
if you
test
picked it up. Otherwise, it's off its pre-order status, so you can scoop it up now if you're
A
looking.
few
to grab
copies
it.
still available in stores.
I think so. Yeah, and
And
online.
online.
I believe.
Right on.
So it's a big kit,
Yeah.
as you can see by the display stand, etc. But it's got a lot of cool play functions and is very, very futuristic looking.
Yeah.
I mean, it almost looks like it's ready to jump right out of Halo.
Yeah. It's like a transitional.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd imagine like
This and then the
older.
Pelican.
Yeah. This is right now. This is in the future. Then it's the Pelican.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the legacy. I don't know.
God, I hope that's true.
The Pelican is it's interesting.
So dang cool.
I like the Pelican.
There's the Valor. This is the CV90. still in prototype phase because, well, all of his printed stuff is here in this bag. Sorry.
Well, we can put up a cool picture of the render.
Yeah, right. Let's pop
Look
the
at that!
render up there.
Wow.
All fully printed out. There's not a single sticker on this awesome tank. This one is sold out, no longer available online right now. A couple of copies still in stores.
Yeah. Crazy machine gun on top.
Go pick them up this weekend.
I
Yeah,
think that's
crows.
supposed to be plugged in like that.
Those
There we go.
awesome hatches.
Yeah.
There's a lot to love about this build. So well done to Andreas and Mary at getting this
Yeah.
turned into kit form.
It was fun working with Andreas. He's always got some interesting ideas for printing and for minifigures. No. So he's always got requests. He'll send like pictures, like super excited. Mm-hmm. It's been fun working with him. So, Andreas, if you're watching, keep it up, man. Thank you.
Passion drives these projects. We love to see it. So there you go. That is the rundown for this week. Quite impressive. Oh, I thought I connected that, but I totally didn't. Let's go down a couple of notes we have here. So, like we were saying in previous videos, retail sale this weekend for Memorial Day. Discounts for veterans and their families, along with COVID-19 people who have completed vaccination cards. So you can take advantage of that in all 3 of our retail locations all weekend long. Once again, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Chantilly, Virginia, and Schaumburg, Illinois. Go ahead and stop in there, check out the exclusive inventory, and pick up some awesome stuff. And if you have any questions about the discounts for this weekend, just ask your store associate. BKM Vault drops next Thursday, 6/3, which just happens to be a couple of days after the end of the Vietnam Mark Contest.
What?
It ends on Tuesday, people. That does not mean that a winner will be announced on Tuesday.
That came around faster than I was expecting. Wow. Time flies, man.
Mm-hmm. We've had a lot of excellent submissions, and believe it or not, just the other day, we received our 200th submissions. This is officially the biggest mock contest that Brickmania has ever held.
Nice job.
Yeah, very, very cool to see. So lots and lots of submissions, which is good because this is a pretty sweet prize. Give us some time to go through everything, get the voting process done. Remember, please remember, if your image is shared on social media, it doesn't mean you won anything yet. We're just showing stuff off. We want people to be able to enjoy these mocks. But if we drop 10 images up there, sometimes we have 10 people assuming that, like, wow, that's it, I won. I'm in the clear. No, we're just showing stuff off. We will make an official announcement here on the SitRep, etc. It'll be awesome, but we got to contact people first, etc. You know, the process goes on. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for submitting. We're super excited to continue these mock contests. Remember, the next one is 1941, and it'll wrap up literally at the end of the year. So make sure to take advantage of that, and we'll announce a prize and some more details for that as we begin to move forward. But Tuesday, the final day to submit your Vietnam mocks.
Get building if you haven't.
Yeah, right. Good luck. No. Yeah, the scale of some of the builds we received too has been absolutely phenomenal. You can tell people have been building for a long time on this. So
final touches for your awesome diorama, your giant, awesome mock.
Either that, or you got a heck of a weekend ahead of you.
Who knows?
Yeah, you can get it done on a weekend if you really needed to. You know, probably
Maybe.
not.
Maybe not.
We'll see.
Final touches. Final touches. All right, what else you got?
That's all I got, man. Anything else you want to add?
No.
Just talk about stuff. How you doing?
Does this flag just spin around like that?
Kinda cool,
That puts it over the edge right there. That's a cool detail. That's
you know, I wasn't going to pick that up, but you know,
look
I
at
saw
the
that
flag,
spinning
it's
flag,
just-
and I'm like, yeah,
That's a realistic detail there. Normally they're static.
coolest dang thing I ever seen. How
It
come
is
it's not
cool.
fabric?
I do like it. It's not what? You want it to be fabric?
I like the printed ones.
I got nothing else. I got a ton of minifigures to make. That's it.
Cool. Well, it's been a long enough episode then. Thank you very much for watching.